Hello, folks. CAT 2020 notification brings with us a new change. So, I'm going to highlight the top few things. The most important one, there are going to be 3 slots instead of 2. Each exam is going to happen for 120 minutes, 2 hours. So, instead of the traditional 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour per section, it's 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes per section. And so, prima facie, it looks like the exam has been made 2/3 of what it was. And I would expect the number of questions to shrink suitably, but everything else to more or less remain the same. And so, a bunch of things. So if you have CAT usually changes pattern or something once every 3-4 years. So this is not rocket science, not new information. The core of the exam has not changed for 40-50 years. The competitive exam based on objective questions, testing basic math and basic English and some puzzle solving. It was like that for 1980, 90, 2000, 2010, today. And so your preparation plan, how much time you have invested, none of that. None of that has gone waste, or none of that has changed. You probably need to take a few mocks. Not probably need to, definitely need to take a few mocks with the new format, no doubt about it. And so to get used to the idea of 2 hour setting, what changes should we make from here on in? If you've taken a lot of mocks with 3 hours, that's good. It's not going to go waste. Remember that. And so the drill, the idea of taking a mock, the stamina building part, the intensity building part, all of that is going to be good. Don't fret that you're prepared for some notional wrong exam. It is the exam. This is a minor tweak. There's nothing to it. What adjustments do we make now? There's a possibility that that because the time period has shrunk, question selection becomes more important, especially for DALR. It becomes tougher to recover from a mistake, and so shed your egos. Make sure that you don't get caught up in one fancy puzzle or question that you challenge because you think it is the thing to do. Make sure you don't get caught up in that. Have clear rules for leaving question. And second thing, practice on starting off to a flyer. Practice on starting a mock with like 2 minutes notice. You cannot afford to ease into this paper. I've seen quite a few people do that. They'll take a mock and then they'll slowly ease into the paper. The first 5-6 marks will be to take in everything, and then they'll start solving. And quite a few have the other issue. So the last 4-5 minutes they just stare at the clock and then wait for it to wind down ever so slowly. You cannot afford to have a let up. From test match cricket, it's like we've gone on to T20 mode. It's the same bat and ball, but every minute matters. And so every little tiny bit will matter that much more. So work on your intensity, work on flying off the block, work on not needing warming in time, work on making sure that the last few minutes you have something concrete to do. You're at minute number 35. You know that you've got only 5 minutes to go. You've done the first round of questions. You shouldn't pause and evaluate and think and rejig and all that. You should go to question number 11, 17, 19, 24 if you have time. And then you're going to have a crack at that. So be very decisive. Dilly-dallying and being slightly ambivalent about what to attempt, what not to attempt, that could kill you. Easing into a paper could kill you. Staring down the last 5 minutes kill you. And so those of you who've done the glorious thing of not taking a mock thus far, not taking that seriously, tell yourself this is a godsend. Tell yourself that everyone else has been preparing for the wrong exam, and from today only these mocks count. And for the love of God, start taking mocks. The 2 hour mocks, all the providers are going to take a while to release them, no doubt about it. But you can still take the 3 hour mocks, and it's still all right. We'll all give it to you within a reasonably short time period. But in the meanwhile, take the 3 hour mocks. It doesn't hurt. Right? So, as the saying goes, more things change, the more they stay the same. This is not banker new information. For all practical purposes, everything has become 2/3 of what it started off with. Increase intensity, don't have slip-ups, focus more on question selection, start well, work till the last second, last minute, don't switch off in the last 3-4 minutes. Those few adjustments, you're good to go. Fine. Cheers guys, best wishes for CAT.